Why hello everyone, my name is Lachlan and welcome back to my channel where today, in this episode of the vlog series, I'm going to take you through my brand new Canon EOS 80D film and photography kit. That's right, as some of you may recall, I recently updated to the Canon 80D from the Canon EOS M, the original and terrible tiny little Canon mirrorless kit. And with a new camera, especially one with a brand new lens mount, comes a time to grab some new lenses. So today I'm going to take you through not only the lenses that I'm using, but also some of the other gear and equipment that I keep in my bag every day to get photos and videos like I do for YouTube and Instagram. So before I even picked up the new camera, I already had two lenses that would work perfectly with it. I had this Tamron 17-50 f2.8 constant aperture zoom lens, which I actually picked up for the Ef M to replace its kit lens back in, I think it was May or June of 2016. And it works perfectly as a kit lens replacement for the 80D, which actually meant that I was able to pick up the camera itself body only. And the other lens that I already owned was the Canon Ef 50mm f1.8 STM. It was one of the first new lenses that I bought for my EOS M. It's a perfect low light lens. It is especially good for bokeh-licious portraiture, which I do a lot of when I have people willing to let me take photos of them. So that was just an easy thing to throw into the kit. It already works, it's a brilliant lens. Why would I not be using it? And this brings me to the next two and the final two lenses that I have for the 80D right now, and these aren't actually mine. They are instead sort of on a semi-perpetual loan from my good friend Horst, who you might remember from my film obsession episode of the vlog series, and he has lent me two zoom lenses to accompany the Tamron 17-50, and that is the Takina 11-16 f2.8 constant aperture wide angle zoom lens and the Tamron 70-200mm f2.8 non-VC edition lens, which basically covers the telephoto range. And there's a couple of things that I love about having access to these lenses, and once again thank you so much Horst for lending them to me pretty much forever. The one thing that I like about them is that it means that with just 3 zoom lenses I pretty much have every focal length covered from 11mm all the way to 200mm, which is something like 20mm all the way to 300 and something. If you consider the crop factor of an APS-C camera like the 80D. And the second thing that I love about having access to these two lenses is it means that with 3 lenses, I not only get 11 to 200 in focal length, but I also get a constant f2.8 aperture throughout that entire range, which means that I'm always going to be able to, within reason, keep my ISO low and keep my shutter speeds high, depending on what I'm going for with a given shoot. And the third thing that I love about having access to these lenses is that I am used to them. I've been able to borrow on and off the 11-16 and the 70-200 from Horst. They've always been there. He's always been cool with me borrowing them, which makes him probably one of my best friends ever. I've not only been able to use them with an adapter on my old EOS M, I've also been able to use them with his 7D Mark I, which means I'm already used to and very comfortable with using them on a DSLR, and I'm already used to some of the inconsistencies, little idiosyncrasies that I have, like the Tamron being a little slow in focusing when you're trying to track a fast-moving subject, or the fact that the Takina is just a little too soft at the widest aperture at 11mm. So I know what I'm working with. It means that I'm going to be able to get some really great results, and I am so looking forward to being able to get out and shoot with all of these lenses on my new camera. But the lenses aren't all, because I wouldn't be a very good videographer and photographer if I didn't have some additional accessories as well. So here's some of the other stuff that I have been using with my Canon 80D. While the Canon 80D does have a front-facing fill flash that I can pop up with the press of a button, I do like having some flexibility with my flash usage, so I also have a CY20. It's an old film camera flash that's powered by AA's, which I keep a few rechargeable ones from IKEA in my bag at all times, and that allows me to bounce light off of a ceiling or off of a wall if I need to. Continuing on the photographic accessory side of things, I do have this 100mm filter kit with both some ND and graduated ND filters at 2, 4, and 8 strength respectively that I keep in my bag and use with my various lenses with a variety of step-up rings as seen here. Moving on to videography, and I do have a couple of accessories that make life easier, including a cold shoe mount for mounting everything to the top of my camera if I really wanted to, and a magic arm that allows me to get the perfect angle for audio and video accessories. And speaking of audio in particular, I record using a Rode Video Mic Pro or the Rode Smart Lav Plus, which I monitor when they go through the camera with a cheap pair of Apple EarPods, which aren't the best studio monitors, but trust me, they more than get the job done. So there you go, that's my photography and videography kit for the Canon 80D, and that's it for this episode of the vlog series. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave this video a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to watch more, you'll find the link on screen right now, along with a link to my Instagram page and a couple of recommended videos. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day/evening. I hope to see you in the next video, but for now, goodbye, Internet.